Welcome back to Project 94 for another Diecast review here on the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Bill Elliott and his 2018 ISM Connect Chevrolet Camaro number 23 for GMS Racing. And this is a really special car because this was Bill Elliott's return to NASCAR competition for a one-off race in 2018 at Road America. And I gotta say, this is a really cool looking diecast. And it's really funny and ironic because I never thought Bill Elliott would ever come back at that time. I thought his career was pretty much done. He wouldn't even do one-off races or anything. And I was absolutely wrong. Bill Elliott. Yes, that Bill Elliott. This is a tribute to his 1994 Budweiser 11 paint scheme, which that car was pretty cool on its own. And for this to be a throwback to that car with Bill Elliott, the exact driver behind the wheel, it's really cool to see. And this is a diecast that's a pretty special one in my collection because Bill Elliott was Chase Elliott's father. Of course, I was never really the biggest Bill Elliott fan, of course. Mark Martin was my driver, and it was kind of hard to root for Bill Elliott. But, you know, I do respect the guy now, so that's a good thing to know. Which is really awesome because he also got to drive for Ray Evernham, which was that beautiful number 9 Dodge that finally Chase Elliott did a throwback to. So really cool to see that. Now we're going to review this one here, this 2018 Bill Elliott. How funny is that? 2018, and this is a Bill Elliott diecast. And it is a road course special paint scheme, which we'll get to that. It's the Road America one. There's a specific detail on it that really makes this a road course car. Number 23, Camaro, GMS Racing, and there's a little bit of a food stain on the front grille here. Not sure how that happened, that little yellow mark right there, whatever that is, dirt. 23, Camaro, GMS Racing, with of course the original Camaro Xfinity front end, which is really cool. Nostalgic to see that style Camaro. You got ISM Connect. Then you have Moog, Mal, Comp, Edelbrock, and Sunoco. You have Goodyear right there. The yellow Goodyear wheels because it's not a throwback for Darlington. You got NASCAR race car. You got Xfinity Series, the red logo, which is the original one. You got Mechanics Wear, Mobile One, Duralast, Holly, MSD, and Simpson. You got number 23 right there. You have Bill Elliott's name, which is hugging the roof rail. You have, let's see what that logo is. Chevrolet, GMS, Allegiant, and SEM. One race winner sticker. That must have came with another driver. And we're going to look at those small contingencies right by the rear wheel. I'm not going to read every one of them because they are pretty hard to read. So I'll just read to you guys the ones that I'm able to see. You have GMS, Zach, Safety Clean, SEM, Lincoln Welders, Mechanics Wear again, 3M, and a few other sponsors right there. You have ISM Connect, Junior Johnson Associates, or Junior Johnson and Associates. Then you have the gas hole right there, the American Ethanol ring, the fuel ring right there, the fuel cell, on the right side of the car, because this is a road course paint scheme. That's why that looks a bit awkward right there, doesn't it? That's because the fuel cell was on the other side of the car. And of course, Junior Johnson and Associates. Then you have Chevrolet, GMS, ISM Connect, the rear view camera right there, number 23. Camaro, and for some reason they decided to give him big, boxy, blocky rookie stripes on the back. And we all know Bill Elliott is not a rookie. And that's incredible, guys. How they gave such a legendary driver the rookie stripes. I definitely would not have done that. Then you have Allegiant right there. You got Bill Elliott, number 23 on the roof. And that is pretty much all the sponsors on this car. So now the paint scheme. As I said before, this is a tribute to the 1994 Budweiser paint scheme, which was number 11, which is a Ford. Of course, this is on a Chevy because this is GMS Racing. A really cool, simple scheme. It's pretty much all red. A Budweiser red color. Yes, there's a paint chip on the splitter right there. Thankfully, it's underneath and not on the top of the car anywhere. So let's take a look all around the car here. And yes, the quality is okay, better than most. Of course, you have paint chip right there. And of course, that headlight looks like it's banged in on this thing. But yeah, 2018 was not the greatest year for quality control. So please bear with me with some of these 2018 diecasts that I'm going to be reviewing. But on the front here, you have white on the sides of the splitter, which is really cool. I like to see that. And it appears to me that there's also another layer of red wrap on the splitter. So not only do you have the white edges of the splitter right there, so the teams know what adjustments to make of how high or low the car rides. That's how I interpret those details. Check out the splitter on this thing. It looks like they wrapped red, or like some red-orange sticker as the splitter on the diecast. Because look, you can see like there's a bit of a decal line right there. Very, very subtle decal line. And then you can tell it's sort of a different red that's painted than it's painted on the car. It's a different type of red than what's been painted on the car, as you guys could tell. So that's a bit of an interesting detail to note in this diecast review. ISM Connect is in, looks like the original font as the Budweiser logo, just to make it look more like the original car. And it's a really simple scheme from there on out. Red all the way around, black splitter and spoiler. Of course, those are the spoilers they had back then on these Xfinity cars. Red splitter. It's not a black splitter, it's a red. They painted it red, good. And then, of course, they put a decal over it. So, really, really cool to see a car with a black spoiler, but a painted splitter, which is really, really nice to see. The white Goodyears go well with everything. Paint scheme-wise, just white roof rails on the top. I really like how that makes the car look. Let's look at it from the top here. Looks really, really sharp. I'm really glad they didn't just leave them red. That they actually made them white to just make it look better. And of course, the number 23, simple. Just the number 23. No fill-in, no outline. Well, there's a fill-in, but there's no like outline behind the fill-in. It's just the number 23 in white in the retro style font. Very simple style font, nothing too crazy. And of course, you have the white stripe going across the door, and it doesn't wrap around the front nose or the rear quarter panels, nor the bumper. It's just strictly on the side of the car and nowhere else. So that's a cool, simple design. It actually makes it look quite nice and quite retro. I'm honestly a really big fan of this diecast. Being a Chase Elliott fan, just remembering the history of the Elliots is quite amazing. And now that this car is a part of it because it ran in that 2018 Road America race, what a cool diecast. So special. And it's really nice to see how Bill Elliott came back for that year, which is incredible. I still can't believe he did that. And he ran pretty well in the race, as far back as I can remember, when he was turning practice laps as well. So nostalgic to see Bill Elliott tearing it up out there on a road course. The fact that he was still that good tells you how legendary Bill Elliott is and was as a driver. So yeah, really cool paint scheme. And because this diecast has rookie stripes and, you know, it can be any driver you want. So back then, if you had a stop motion series, it doesn't have to be Bill Elliott. You can make this whoever you want to drive this car, which is another cool thing about it for you stop motion makers out there. You could have a small 23 team and have whoever you want drive the car. But of course, it does have Elliott on there and Bill Elliott, which is in the handwritten font. You see that Bill Elliott right there? I'm going to zoom in because this is a special car. Look at that. How cool is that? I really like that about this car. So we're going to do a 360 view of this car. Here's the front of the car. Here's the hood. Here's the right side. Here's the back. Here's the deck lid. Here's the roof. Here's the left side. And the chassis of this car. And of course, EL mold, 2018 Camaro SS, used under license, all that stuff. Just showing that up because this is a retro diecast view technically. Although 2018 is just a few years ago. Man, it tells you how fast time goes for sure. And this car is definitely a time capsule for the Bill Elliott fans. A lot of modern fans are probably, who's that Bill Elliott guy in that 23 car? He's running really good. And guess what? It was this guy, Bill Elliott, Chase Elliott's father, in a really spectacular Xfinity car right here. I really like this one. So, really cool diecast. What do you guys think of it? Do you Chase Elliott fans? Are you Elliott fans? Remember this car? Please let me know in the comments section down below. We'd love to know your opinion on this diecast. And there's definitely some more retro diecasts to be reviewed. You're going to have a lot more diecast reviews for this summer of diecast reviews. Yeah, that's right. Summer is here, and we got to get some more diecasts reviewed. And so I figured for one of the first retros, why not go back to something that brings good memories? And of course, that memory being Bill Elliott at Road America in 2018. I hope you guys enjoyed this diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video on the channel. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.